Hello, my name is Olivia Burnham, and I decided to do my traditional book report on Winnie the Pooh by A. Milne. This was written in 1926, and it's not a traditional, this might not be a traditional book presentation because this isn't a traditional picture book. As you can see, it's more of a chapter book. It's a collection of short stories written by A. Milne for his son, his only son, named Christopher Robin. And it's the story of his bear, Edward Bear, who we know lovingly as Winnie the Pooh. And the reason that I chose this as my traditional book is because while it might not be a traditional folk tale, I felt like it really demonstrated what a folk tale is meant to be and kind of the role that folk tales played in our lives. Because as you read Winnie the Pooh, you see that this is a father telling these stories to his son. It's oral, right? And then we're reading it, but the father in the story is just telling these stories to his son about Winnie the Pooh and his friends. And that, to me, really exemplified the purpose of a folk's tale, to entertain, kind of a fun story that's given orally. And so some aspects of Winnie the Pooh that I love, especially this one, that I think really enhance the story are some of these images that we have. While not a traditional picture book, we do still have these really beautiful images that help bring the story to life. Here we see that Winnie the Pooh is stuck in this hole, and the illustrator really uses space here, even though they're just sketches, to show kind of the length and the difficulty to get Pooh out of this hole. This next one I love. Bring it a little bit closer. So this is a little tiny piglet right here in his house. And then here we see this sign. And the reason that that's important is because of this little paragraph right here that I'm going to read. It says, "Next to his house was a piece of broken board which had Trespassers W on it. When Christopher Robin asked the piglet what it meant, he said it was his grandfather's name. It had been in the family for a long time. Christopher Robin said you couldn't be called Trespassers W, and Piglet said yes you could because his grandfather was. And it was short for Trespassers Will, which was short for Trespassers William. And his grandfather had two names in case he lost one, Trespassers after an uncle, and William after Trespassers." But then this picture, you see that it's a trespasser's will, be shot, be prosecuted, whatever it might see. But you see that it's a trespasser's will, etc., etc., that's been broken to just be Trespassers W. And I love that. And then just one more that I wanted to share. Here we see the author's use of space again. Christopher Robin way up high in the tree, the words in between to kind of denote this space, and Pooh and Piglet on the ground. I loved reading this. Another reason that I'll consider it traditional is because it has withstood the test of time, right? It's been made into hundreds of different small series and children's stories, and these characters have just become a part of our culture. And that is why I chose it as my traditional book, and I hope you'll go read it because I got so much out of it that I didn't remember or expect. Like, for example, that Winnie the Pooh's real name is Edward Bear. And so I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I hope you read this book. Bye!